right, on the next episode, yes, I have an audience of 1. Somebody laughs at my jokes. All right, even though Erica won't work here anymore, maybe she'll attend my comedy nights just to hear me joke about her. She'll be putting you as a butt of my jokes. All right, anyway, the storytelling part. So on the last episode, we were talking about this idea of how to close a deal, and there's a lack of urgency to necessarily sign a deal because it is hard. So I think this is where we need to get into creative storytelling and be able to frame reality, right? So I have an idea. What's your idea of how to evoke urgency for a client who just wants to take their time and not make any decision now and put it off to later?
It depends on the situation actually. Some
Sure.
clients are pretty busy, and then to be able to review all the, let's say, the contract or the details of the partnership,
Correct.
it takes time and
Correct.
it takes focus, right? So you cannot just do it anytime. So if they're really busy, then don't be too pushy because that will make them feel pressured and lose trust on you guys because it seems like you don't trust them either that they're working with you, right?
I have a solution there, Erica.
Okay, what's that?
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
I think whether or not you close a deal on time has a lot to do with how you made your discovery in the first place.
Oh, yeah. I think that's what we've been applying these days.
Yep,
So we also will discover in the beginning before we proceed. Where am I?
you're there now.
So before we proceed the deal further, we will discover how urgent it is for them. Like the last meeting we have, it's not even like how urgent it is, but they haven't even made their mind on what they're planning to do with their project, right? So how will we close the deal? So it's the same again if we missed the pattern matching that it will still nowhere.
Correct. This is one of the real hallmarks, I think, that is in more advanced sales artistry that a lot of newbies miss on is the quality of your discovery leads to the quality of your closing. So if you've done a higher quality job discovering not just the facts, but also the timelines and also the emotional condition and the anxieties and whatever the client might be feeling, then I think you've positioned yourself far better to be able to be solutive and problem solving in the pattern matching. For example, if you find that, well, maybe the client has shopped around to a few other agencies and they found no satisfaction, and you could just maybe push them a little bit saying, look, we've already got full release trains on the next month and I'm going to give you a chance to be on the very next one. Would you like to reserve a slot for that? So now you're not being pushy, you're being kind of helpful so that they don't have, and you can even say, look, for the contract value there, that would actually help protect your contract value because you wouldn't have to take a loss on the contract because you're delayed. And if we've explained the principles fairly well about how time is money and how these things are things, then I think they probably would appreciate that. They would go, that's cool. Yeah.
I think again, it's back again on you need to be genuine. So
Yes.
on that time, usually instead of pushing them like you need to sign it sooner so we can move to another deals.
Right.
So it's actually not because it's for their benefit. I usually explain what's the journey and how long it takes each of them, so they can also consider that.
Right.
Oh, you will need this amount of time to prepare the villa for this inspection. That there are these small things that will takes time as well. So instead of them having no idea why they need to sign sooner, it's for their benefit that if we can do it now, then later on we just focus on the next thing, right?
That's a really good insight. You're teaching me something. I didn't know that you could position it that way. That these things do take time, and we should budget for that ahead of the point where it becomes like, what would you call it? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. I think that's the correct phrase. But this is a good segue. Okay, so we're going to segue off of the 5 stages and talk about fact, feature, and benefit. I think that's the way it is, right? Fact, feature, and benefit, or is it some other? Okay, let's pretend we know what we're talking about, right? So, what's a fact? What's a feature? And what's a benefit, Erica? And how do you understand that?
Can you give me context for example?
Okay. All right. For example, this is my house, right? So this is a house, and in this house there's 2 bedrooms and an upstairs bedroom, and it has like 500 meters of space, and it's got like a kitchen, and it's got like a dining area. Those are all
fact.
Yeah, those are all facts. So that's what it is. What would be the feature?
The feature,
The feature would be things like Well, you could probably have up to 6 people stay here. You can cook your own meals. You can do something. It's just like the actual, what can you do with these facts, okay?
Okay, got it.
But what's the benefit?
Benefit, for example, the fact that it's located there, the benefit is you can just walk in distance.
There's a puppy! Oh, it's got a flower in its mouth. Oh, it likes me. Okay. All right. Very. Yeah. That's. Yes. This is so unscripted. It's so real. What would be the benefit for him? Oh, he wants to follow us now. Hi, puppy. Oh well, this is how these things get started. Yeah. They are so adorable when they're small. Oh, they're so cute. Maybe let's carry him around for good luck. Yeah. Okay. Hi, puppy. The puppy is now. Watch. This is the moment when the video starts spiking. He's happy. I can feel his heartbeat. All right. Smelly though. Okay. Benefit. What's an example of a benefit? Let's say using the house.
You got puppy?
No. Focus on the house. On the house analogy. Yeah, we're using the house as an.
The benefit is I think the fact that it's located there. The benefit. Let's say you are walking distance to the
Correct.
office.
Yes. I don't need to commute.
Yeah.
I don't need to. Yeah. I have like a 1-minute commute by walking.
By walking. Yeah,
Good.
that's
Okay,
right.
so that's a location benefit. What's another possible benefit for, let's say, the kitchen?
The benefit is you don't need to Gojek, sir.
Yes. Okay. All right. Yeah, the benefit could be I don't need to go check my food. Okay. But do you really know that's a benefit?
I don't think I can directly
Because you haven't
stay there or experience it.
discovered. Right? So when you discover, you should probably anchor your discovery first level on needs, second level on wants, okay?
Okay.
So if you discover that somebody needs something, then that's great, right? You have like kind of a strong pattern match if you can support that need. But if you can also discover what they want, then not only do you know where they are, but you also know where they want to go. Let's say, for example, you discovered that, you need to save money to pay for X tuition because she's going to go and spend a lot of money in college. Then you probably could go, well, then having a kitchen kind of helps you.
You save money.
Yes, exactly. And then that then links to a true
benefit. Yeah.
That is correct. And that's how we find fact, features, and benefits. Okay, now we got another minute or so let's talk about how to implement the correct tactics and puppy. Hi, puppy. This is so random. Just pick up a random dog. What are our tactics for doing quality discovery?
Oh, is this the one that you mentioned? There's a couple of tactics.
Good.
I think we learn.
Having a puppy. So what?
So some of the tactics, mostly we learn from Chris Frost's book, right?
Right.
On Never Split the Difference.
Yes, never split the difference. Correct.
So the first one would be labeling.
Yes, label. What's a label?
Label is label. So you name it. You name the potential response or emotions from the opposition, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah. So let's say someone on the second round, we're walking around the complex. Someone is actually on this puppy, and then they're mad that someone is actually taking the
No color in this puppy.
yeah, and
So
then
it looks like a lost puppy.
yeah, and then if they're mad to Jing, then you can he probably can label to the owners that you probably it seems like you're disappointed or mad because it seems like I'm stealing your puppy, but it's the puppy that's stealing me. Oh, that's accusation audits. I got it mixed up. Sorry. That's
Well, that's what makes these things so funny. It's okay.
yeah.
All right.
That's
Recovery. Part 3. Recovery.